Urban Meyer story. Cause I know you got one, man. There's no way you don't got one being at Florida, man.
Man, I'm trying to think about what's even appropriate to share. Man, honestly, that's one that I really couldn't even think about. Cause it's like, there's something that's like, I can't tell it cause man, like, it just ain't my place to do. But with stuff that's happened with me, nah, not really. Cause at the end of the day, so I'll just tell you this. I got the version of Urban Meyer that, they didn't get in the documentary. So it's like I got that during recruiting a little bit, but the Urban I got was checked out, ready to get the fuck out of Florida. Like I was too young, like a lot of us are too young and naive to even see the writing on the wall. Like he was quitting around Christmas time. Like saying his health issues, I'm not gonna be coaching this next season. And it's like, and I think me, it was just purely ego. It's like, it's Florida. Like, they're going to hire the best fucking coach available. They're probably going to, buy somebody out from another school and bring somebody on. Like, this is Florida. So I'm like, man, who gives a fuck? Like, I'm still going over there. They still got my O-line coach over there. I'm still going to Florida. But yeah, so it's like the version we got of Urban, man, it wasn't quite the same. He didn't have that fire, that intensity that, the guys would hear, that the older guys would tell us about, as incoming freshmen. So we got a watered down version of him, really a checked out version of him that didn't want to be there at fucking all. So we didn't have the best Urban Meyer experience. And it's like I got asked to do Swamp Kings, but because of that, I didn't want to speak about it, and I didn't want to be the face of the shitty fucking times at Florida. Because like when I came in was 2 years after the national championship. So, the record we had, during my time in Florida wasn't pretty, and I didn't want to be the face of, the downfall of, that fucking little dynasty they had. So, yeah, I didn't get the best version of Urban.
So you were there during the heart problems and switched to Ohio State era.
The heart problems, that he couldn't coach us, but he can go fucking be on ESPN for a whole year and travel every fucking weekend, get on planes and shit. But yeah, the terrible heart issues that he stepped away from that job to go make millions more with ESPN and probably be away from his family just as much, if not more. So at the end of the day, that was a bullshit move. Like, I feel like that's not a real coach. You got to deal with the ups and downs. And, like, you think it's pretty every year for Nick Saban. At the end of the day, like, we can see the talent that goes there. But if you haven't been around a big-time program and been around big-time players, you don't know the fucking ego that you're dealing with. So, like, that's what great coaches do. Like, they manage that shit. They get a team to become a fucking team. And it's like once he saw that his baby Tebow wasn't there, he just quivered up and he said, I couldn't do this shit. It's crazy. But, like that's kind of how, we view Urban, because of the way that he left us. So it's like, yeah, it's cool, thanks for bringing us in and, believing in us, but fuck you, because this motherfucker sold us a dream back before the transfer portal. Nowadays, your coach does that to you, next day, you could be in the portal, and a few days later, you could be at another SEC school. Back then, you had to go the Cam Newton route. You had to go to JUCO, then try to get back onto another, P5 program. So, my class, has a lot of feelings towards Urban just because of, how he left us and the bullshit that, he kind of, said on his way out. So, yeah.